Wildcat Sports Update. I'm your host, Jim Boyle, and today in studio I have members of the Wilmington High School field hockey team. Let's introduce them around. We've got Abby Hassell, we've got Gracy Giammarco, we've got Alyssa Stack, we've got Bryan, and we've got Sofia DiNatale. I got them all right. It's good for me. Every once in a while I screw up the name. So welcome to the show. Great to have representatives of the field hockey team here with us. I'm going to start off, Abby, you're the captain. I know we are missing one of the captains. Alexis Melvin is not here. So Alexis, if you're out there, sorry we couldn't get you in. Maybe we'll get you in sometime later on in the season. Why don't you just give us a rundown of the breakdown of the team? Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Do we have a JV team? Do we have a freshman team? How does that play out?
We have two teams this year. Our varsity team is really heavily senior based. It's 11 seniors and then 3 juniors and 2 sophomores. And then for JV, it's I think 8 girls in total, and we also have some 8th graders on the team playing with us too. Okay, and we're going to get everyone who's getting this question. So remember as we go through, and I point out, first of all, Abby, the goals that you had individually and team-wise for the season. For the season, I think it was just gaining team chemistry, because we lost a lot of seniors last year, so we were building our team chemistry back up this year and getting to know each other. And then personally, I also just wanted to work on myself and focus on small things, trying new skills in games and trying them out.
Now, as we go through, everyone's going to introduce yourself. I know we've had Abby first, so introduce yourself, the position you play, how many years you've played in field hockey at Wilmington, and also then what your goals were for the season. So I'm not going to say your name, I'm just going to point to you because I will screw the names up tonight. All right, first.
Okay. My name is Gracy Giammarco. I'm the defensive player for the field hockey team. I've played 4 years. I've been playing since my freshman year for the high school team, and I played all throughout middle school, so starting in 6th grade. A goal I had for myself this season was to just work on my confidence. I think that playing a defensive, position, I've played defensive all throughout my career. It's really hard to continue a game when sometimes things aren't working out and the team might not be working together. So I figured I needed to work on myself and my confidence so I could put the team at a better playing than that I could.
Excellent.
I'm Alyssa Stack. I play goalie. I've played all 4 years on the high school team, and I started in 5th grade, so 8 years total. And a goal I had for this season was to work on more groundwork in the net, so diving or smothering, because I started goalie junior year and I never did that before. So that's
excellent.
I'm Bryan. I'm a forward player, and I think a team goal that we had going into the season was to really work on our communication, because with the defense and the forward in the beginning of the season, there was a lot of disconnect, and I feel throughout the season we definitely got better with communicating and talking to one another when we're on the field, and it really helped us to push forward and to score.
Perfect.
I'm Sofia DiNatale. I'm a midfielder on the field hockey team. I've been playing since I was a freshman on the high school team, and I've been playing since 6th grade. A goal I've had is, I wanted to work on my stick skills more and just try to be more confident, carrying the ball, but I also wanted to be more of a team player so we could all work together well.
Okay, so the next round of questions is going to deal with, we have what position do you play at?
Midfield.
You're midfield. So we have midfielder, forward, goalie, and defenseman. Mm-hmm. And just real quickly, I don't want to really break any news because we're probably going to get delayed, but Alyssa was named all-conference goaltender. Yes. Congratulations, Alyssa.
Thank you.
I'm pretty proud of that because at least the girl from Watertown didn't get it, right?
Yeah.
So, I'll get in trouble doing Watertown stuff, but we don't like Watertown so much here at Wilmington with their field hockey work. But I just want to go around and just, what is the role of the position you play? So you're a midi. So what's the role of a midi? We're going to skip you, Sam. So what's the role of the midi?
For a midfielder, I feel my role is kind of connecting the team in a way, because as much as I'm playing defensively and trying to score, I'm also taking up space in the middle and working on progressing the ball from end line to end line.
And you can go back and forth, because we'll get to the crazy rules in a second, because I've done the game. I've done about 5 or 6 games on the TV, and I still don't know the rules because I did a COVID game that changed the rules to 7-on-7 rules. And we're a defender, so your defense, you can only go so far, correct?
Yeah, not necessarily. I mean, there are teams that will put everyone up. If they're scoring, the defense will play above the 50. But mostly you're in
So what's the role of the defenseman then?
So the role of the defenseman, I'm going to rely on Abby a lot because she's a midfielder. And basically my job is to either take the free hit, so when they foul, right, I take the hit and I send it out. Clear the ball, just get it out of the circle, because the circle is a very dangerous zone, especially for a defenseman to be in. And also if we foul in the circle, so if it like touches a foot or we obstruct or, a check or something, it's a circle, or a corner, sorry. So in the corner, there's a corner play, and basically the defense is a heavy role in that.
Okay. Alyssa, the goalie dresses different. Everything else, you probably use their feet differently. What's the goalie's role? What's it like to be a goalie? What are your
Obviously,
stop the ball from
yes. But also I have like a big role in like talking to like everyone on the team, because I have like a whole view of the field. And I maybe see things that like they don't on the field. So I talk to my defense a lot, and sometimes the mid, whether I tell them to like drop it back or like get behind me in the net, or kind of just where to position themselves, or like mark someone. Also, yeah, I have a lot more padding.
Equipment you use, and we're gonna talk about some of the weird rules, but you can do things that some of the other girls can't. Correct?
Yeah, I can kick the ball. I can like use my legs, use my hands. My arms, my chest, like I use my whole body pretty much.
Okay.
I just can't like cover the ball in any way, or it's a penalty shot.
Okay.
So.
Now I know that you're a midi, right?
Forward.
Forward. So you're the
I'm
midi,
the mid.
and you're a midi. Okay, I'm all lost. So forward. What's the forward's role? And just a quick explanation of it.
So forwards, their main job is to score, but they are the ones who get the ball up the field, and they rely a lot on the mids to help push the ball and to help get it to the other goal. And forwards are also the first line of defense when the ball is going the other way. So they have to always be ready to stop it, or to be ready to drop, and just be ready to get the ball and send it back the other way.
Okay, and since we've already had a meeting, I'm going to ask you the tough question now. So
Yikes.
the rules are kind of strange. It's for me, maybe not for you guys who play it all the time. But for Mr. Boyle, a little crazy I am sometimes. Stick-wise, what can and can't you do with a stick?
So you can't, you can only use the flat side of the stick to hit the ball, and you can't like swing it anywhere near anyone's head, and you can't like lift it too high if you're like around people. But other than that, it's pretty much like a hockey
So
stick.
the flat end of the stick, you can't whack anybody with it.
Well, yeah.
Oh, not supposed to. And you can only lift so high, because I've seen where you take a ball that from 50 yards
Well, you
away.
can if you're like distant from people.
Okay, all right. And then you can't touch it with your feet. You can't kick it with your foot.
No.
Because that's not legal. I'm going to put some in the hands of penalty corner. Who wants to take that one? Gracie, it's all you.
Who wants to take it?
So corner happens when there's a foul inside the circle. Defense-wise, if a defender were to, step on the ball, if they were to obstruct someone, or there was a foul in the circle, the offense gets a corner. And basically in that moment, they get to send all of their players up to the corner, and basically it's like a play that they get to shoot on net. And then, so there are, 3 in the net, and then 1 on the outside of the net for defense? Yep. So 4 defense stay back, and then everybody else on the team that's defending, they have to go to the 50.
Okay.
So basically, the offensive team, one person is inserting the ball, and then everyone's lined up on the circle. And they're going to make a play to try to score. And once that ball is played to insert, they have to send it right to the top of the circle, and then that ball can be played. If it's not sent to above the circle, the refs sometimes do this. That means it's rolling, so it has to be touched inside the circle for it to be like a technical shot.
Okay, so the shot comes from the end line, and the 4 defenders are at the goal line.
Yes.
And the rest of the offense is around the circle, and all your other teammates are way at the 50.
Yes.
And the offense can't touch the ball until it goes out past the circle.
Yes.
Okay, what is the defensive strategy for that?
So there's a flyer, a trailer, and then we play with 2 posts. So the flyer is outside the net, and they basically go after the ball that's being inserted. The trailer backs up the flyer. So like the flyer, most of the time, like Abby or Alexis, they would get their stick on the ball. They would mess up like that path, but then the ball is going to end up, they would slow it down. The trailer is going to get in, recover for it, and then hopefully to send it out. And then the 2 posts basically stand back, they help the goalie out, and their sticks are down the circle ready to take it out.
Okay, and so Abby, what's offensively? We're going to get to you, Alyssa. Don't worry about what your role was in this. But offensively, what's the strategy? How's Wilmington run a penalty quarter offensively? What's Coach Eber's
We
strategy?
have a few different plays, and so typically what we'll do is we'll have our team. We usually have about 6 girls in the circle. You can bring down as many as you'd like. You can bring down the whole team if you want. So we'll usually have about 6 girls in the circle, and then our most effective play, in my opinion, is just sending it to not straight to the top of the circle, but kind of more towards where the person's inserting it, and then just taking a direct shot on net or dishing it off. Or we have one that it was made up by Rita Roach, who graduated 2 years ago, and we've been using it ever since, where the inserter sends it to the first person and then it goes back to the inserter and they just turn and they shoot right at post, which it also works out pretty well for us.
Okay, so as the goalie, Alyssa, what's going through your mind? Do you have certain responsibilities because you have 2 posts? How's that work?
Yeah, so it's me and 3 other people in the net. Is that right?
Yes.
I'm wait.
There was 4 people, and one's outside,
Yeah.
3 in the net, plus you makes 4.
Yeah.
Good math.
Thanks. So when there's a corner, I try to just hype up my team. I'm like, guys, we got it. Don't worry. But I'm freaking out pretty much. But the only thing I do, I feel differently is the second the ball's inserted, because if one of our players from inside the net goes before the ball's inserted, the ref will blow the whistle and then we lose a player. They have to go down with the 50 with the rest of our team. So we try to make sure that doesn't happen. So when the ball's inserted, I'll hit my stick on the back of the net and I'll be okay, go, to just make sure everyone got it and goes. But yeah, other than that, when the ball's inserted, I run out and try to just follow the ball.
So you're the communicator of everything then, right?
Yeah.
You are the base that's communicating to the whole team going out. All right, perfect. I know that Alexis is here, so my lone captain, Abby, what do you perceive your role and how do you perform being the captain of this team?
Yeah, I feel being elected captain at the beginning of the end of last season, I feel you kind of think of it it almost it was a popularity contest, and then you come to realize that it's really an honor to get elected captain, and that there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that no one sees. So I feel our role this year was kind of making sure everything is running smoothly, making sure that the team feels connected, and making sure that everyone is happy where they are on the team. So I feel it was really
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
The year, Sophia, I'm going to right back to you. Just a quick description or update on how the year went, the whole year for you guys this year.
I think it was pretty good. We obviously have our losses and we have our wins, but we got very close together as a team, and we always hype each other up, and we're all our biggest fans. So.
And did you guys make the playoffs?
We did.
And where was the playoff game?
Falmouth, 2 hours at the cave.
You got to drive to Falmouth. I like to tell that story because I coached baseball 2 years ago. We went to Pittsfield, which is all the way out at the New York border. So you guys got to go as far as I did. How did we do in Falmouth?
We lost, but we had a fun time. The bus ride, we were all talking together, and I don't know. We lost, but
It's okay, but it was a fun time. So that gets me to team dinners and bus rides. So Sam, why don't you take team dinners?
Okay.
I hear there was something special happening.
Yes.
Throughout the season, pretty much everyone on varsity got the opportunity to host a team dinner. So we just get a bunch of food. Everyone comes over after practice the night before a game, and it's so fun. It's a really good opportunity for us to bond, and yeah. Does anybody have anything?
Did you do something?
Oh, yeah,
something
we-
weird?
yeah.
Tell me that before the show, so I'm really going.
So we're all really big WCTV fans, as you know. So during Gracie's team dinner, actually, a really good bonding experience that really brought us together was watching Under the Lights. So that was great. That was a really
second
nice
season.
Yeah. That was a great way to tap into our team spirit.
We love our Wilmington pride, and we
Exactly.
love to
True,
support
true.
other teams.
That's excellent. So that's great. Alyssa, team bus rides. Who controlled the music? What kind of music did you have? Is Coach strict on the bus or not? How does that work? How does it work? What's the bus ride like?
So Coach takes our phones for bus rides.
Which is probably a smart thing because everybody's concentrating on the game
Yeah.
on their phone.
She does it because she wants us to be plugged in, she says. So she takes them for the way there. We get them on the way back. But so for the way there, Abby's the only one who's allowed to have her phone, and she has her speaker. We listen to Abby's playlist. There's a lot on there. I always was requesting Stand By Me.
Yes.
Every bus ride would listen to Stand By Me. But yeah, coach is pretty strict on the bus. Clean music only. No song she doesn't like. If she doesn't like a song,
She will tell us to change it.
playlist.
She will tell us to change it.
Then my baseball team would be in big trouble because everything that people listen to has nothing to do with what I'm listening to. So that's it. Top moments of the year. I'm going to go right through the. We'll start with you, Gracie. Top moment for this year.
I think the top moment of my year was when I got a card. My first card, my first card ever in the game that I played. I played pretty clean, and I don't know. The ref just wasn't having it, I think, that game. Like, I don't know what happened, but, like, I went to go get the ball, and I was, like, going full force, and this very small girl, like, very petite, and she was a forward, and she was getting the ball, but, like, I had the ball, so, like, it should have been legal, but, like, whatever. So I went to get the ball, and I didn't even touch her, and she down on the ground. I stopped to look up because I was like, oh no, like I felt bad. I was like, I'm so sorry, and like I looked up at the ref and I was like, no, she's fine, and then she literally blew the whistle and then she like pointed, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Like,
Abby.
Okay. If we're going funny top moments, then I guess I have two.
Okay.
One of them was our last home game of the season. We ended up winning. I think it was 2-0, and we had a corner, and like Alexis called like this like play that we don't usually do, and then I ended up scoring on it, so that was really exciting and that was fun. And then funny moments was I did at home knock a girl's tooth out. And I felt terrible, but she's fine.
and it was fake. It was like a fake.
It was
fake.
fake.
Fake
It was
tooth
fake.
out.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
But I
we want
did
to ask
feel
what
terrible.
town it was, though.
She knows. If she's watching, she knows.
Okay, Alyssa.
Top moment, maybe this season I got 200 saves.
Okay.
Or, I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
No, I think you did. You go
It was
over?
past-
I went over, but
Yeah, I
like
think you
200 was like, that was fun. And then I guess funny top moment. Oh, what was the game? I forget where we were, but I like fell on a girl. She was like behind me in the net. I didn't know, and I like fell like on top of her. I saved the ball, I think.
We'll have
though.
to send video to some of these games. Sam.
I think my top moment was probably our home game against Watertown. It was just, we really, like, we came together as a team, and we played good. It was Watertown, so, like, was it really good? No, but it was just a lot of fun. We had fun that game, and it was fun on the field. It was fun to watch, and it was just so much fun. That was one of my favorite games.
Sophia.
I'm gonna say the top moment of this year was definitely senior night. Just ever since I've been a freshman, we've been supporting the seniors, like making the bridge with our sticks we run under. Just like seeing the crowd and like, I don't know, it was very exciting, emotional, but we won by a lot, so.
That's excellent. Who'd you beat?
Was it
Woburn.
Woburn?
Everybody beat Woburn this year. That's good.
Don't describe that.
Switch topics. I want to go. Coach Ebert won her 100th game. You guys presented her with that. I just want a quick question. What is, all five of you take this question, I'm going to go right around. What's something that you learned from Coach Ebert over the course of playing for her?
I think I learned that you're not just there to win. Because, like, even though we'd have games where we, like, wouldn't be the best and we weren't, like, it was clear that we weren't going to win it, she would still, like, stay positive and tell us that we played a really good game and that we came back from whatever, like, whatever, like, I don't know, thing we were going through. And so she just taught me that, like small goals.
Okay. Coach Ebert, what you learned from Coach Ebert?
You know, I really think that she put a perspective in my head that you don't have to be the best player. You know, you don't have to be the one that's always starting, but you know, as long as you have a good attitude about things, that's one of the best things to have in the sport, and she can build off that, you know.
Alyssa?
She'd always tell us like make good choices. So I think I learned like just be a good kid like while playing and like even outside of the sport. Like every Friday she'd be like, over the weekend make good choices. I don't like see anything bad. So just
Good.
I think I learned a lot about perseverance because there were a lot of games where we started off first half. It was just nothing, something wasn't working. And during halftime, she was just like you got this, you can do this. You guys worked well together, you're a good team. And I think that really stuck with me.
Sophia?
I think I learned that it's not all about winning. It's like, even if you lose, it's the individual small improvements that make the difference in the long run.
Good. I know we had some 8th graders playing, so I'm going to have two questions. You get to answer both of them. first of all, how would you grow the program? What do you think we can do to grow the program, to get more young ladies, young girls involved in field hockey? And the second thing is, if I'm the parent of a fifth grader, what would you tell me about my daughter playing field hockey? So how we grow the program, fifth grader question. Abby.
I think we worked really hard this year to connect with the youth kids. And I think for myself too, I've just become more involved this past 2 years. And seeing them, getting them excited to play and showing them that it's fun going into high school and being part of a team and stuff. And we also we do the summer program at the high school, and we also went and helped out with practices with the youth program this year. I think that was really fun. And I also, for NHS, I tutor a girl.
Okay.
She's in 5th grade and she plays. And the other night her mom was just telling me how excited she was to play and how she had so much fun this year, and it just really made me happy.
Sure. Gracie, what would you tell a fifth grade parent to get them involved? The kid and the parent, if they come up to you, Gracie, I really want to, what should I do? I want to play golf, I want to play field hockey, I want to play soccer, I want to play volleyball. How would you sell us the this field hockey team?
Well, I definitely think that it's a great sport, to encourage young girls to do, because it's something that you can, grow stronger doing as you get older. I think it's a good sport too. There's plenty of things to do, local things, in Danvers, the indoor sports. I know our group, we did a lot of winter clinics growing up, and I think that's where we really grew, because it was the off season of our sport. I started playing soccer, but throughout middle school, like I said, Abby said, the youth program, they do that, and then we had the winter clinic. So my advice to whoever wants to join, just start young, and you'll grow with the sport. You might not love it, when you start in 6th grade. I don't think I did, but you'll grow with it, and it's something that you'll really appreciate when you get older.
Okay, listen, I'm the parent of a fifth grader, and I come up, you're the goalie. Should my kid be a goaltender? What would be your advice to the fifth grader?
Yeah, I love goalie. I would say,
Too sad to speak.
I don't know. I love it. You really do make such good friends. I love my teammates. So it's a lot of fun, and I loved everything about it. Team dinner. So again, when you start in middle school, I know when we were in middle school, it wasn't soccer was the big thing, but I think they have a new coach, and they do a lot of stuff with the youth program. But I think as you get to high school, like Gracie said, you grow with it, and I don't know. I just love it. So
Okay, Sam, fifth grader. What you can tell them?
Going off of what Abby said, there was a lot of connections here with the youth program, and we worked really hard to kind of loop them in and kind of get them, they were at our senior night, they came to our breast cancer game, and to kind of get them to see what it was like to be on a high school field hockey team. And I think just the sense of team that we have, and the sense of community within the sport would absolutely convince me to join.
Good. Sophia, I know you're last, and everybody's answered something. It's hard to get something, but what would you tell the parent or the child?
Everyone, I know it is good to start young, but I just want to say it's never too late to start. A lot of the other sports, like soccer, they'll start in kindergarten, 1st grade, and so field hockey, which starts at 5th. I don't know what it is now, but a lot of parents think oh, they're not going to be good by the time they get into high school, but we all did, and we have a great time, and yeah, it's never too late. So
Excellent answers. So now we get to the fun part of the program. We get to learn about each of you individually. So I'm going to run you a couple of questions, answer them, and be as honest and forthright as you want. And then when we get done with that, all 5 of you are going to get a shout out. So Abby, you're sitting in the hot seat. You get the first question. What teammate or former teammate did you learn the most from?
I would definitely say Kaylin St. Jean. Kaylin has been my best friend since we were 10, and she's 2 years older than me though. So, because I met her through my sister, and having her on the team, she was a captain too. So she kind of told me all about everything that was going on and about how she kind of worked so hard to get where she was, and she just taught me a lot because it was really fun. My sophomore year, I was able to play. I was a swing player sophomore year, so I was able to play with her for the first time since when we were in middle school, and it was just really fun to get to be on the same team as her again and have the team dynamic.
Other activities or sports you do at the high school?
I don't play any other sports, but for clubs, I'm in DECA, which I also really love. I made it to states last year with my 2 partners. I'm with my friends Remy and Ethan, so hopefully we make it again this year. And then I'm also in National Honor Society, and I'm the treasurer for them.
Okay, is there a favorite athlete role model that you have?
Definitely Erin Matson. She played 5 years at UNC, and then She won 4 national championships while she was there, and then the one she didn't win, it's because she was injured and not able to play. And then her first year out of school, she was their coach, and so I've always looked up to her.
Perfect. Favorite moment all-time field hockey?
Oh, all-time field hockey. Oh my God. I don't know. That's a hard question.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll
take that as an answer. It's
I don't know.
hard.
I feel like I'm always having a good time.
Yeah, I like that answer even better. What number do you wear and why do you wear it?
I wear 29. There's not really a reason for it. Sophomore year, when we got new uniforms, we had like a continuous set of numbers. So the original number I wanted, I couldn't get. So I went with 29 because my lucky number is 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. So I went with 29, and it stuck.
It's a perfect answer. Anybody influences or coaches that you had in the past, people who influenced you to get to this point?
Honestly, Coach Leanne, she is the varsity coach, and I met her for the first time when I was in 8th grade. She came to one of my youth games, and I kind of was like starstruck when I met her because she was the varsity coach, and ever since then I like always looked up to her, and she's just been a really good coach to me.
Okay, what are you going to miss the most?
Definitely the whole team. Just like as much as I complain about going to practice, I'm going to miss like having a place to go after school every day and the structure of seeing all my friends.
And the fun question, the late November, early December time, what's the future hold for Abby Hassell?
I am not going to play in school, unfortunately, but hopefully I'll end up at the University of Tennessee.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Gracie, you're next. Teammate or a former teammate that helped you or influenced you along the way?
So my sophomore year, Allie Foley was on the team, and I really think that she was playing defense, for a lot longer than I was at that point, like on the team. And not a lot of kids, like in our group, were defensive players, so I think it was just cool that I had someone just to kind of like bond with, because like, we're not like the most like biggest part like on the field when the offense is scoring, but like they're still really needed, and yeah.
Okay, favorite moment all time?
I really don't know. When we played, I think when we played like My Way on the Bus,
Okay.
like that became one of our favorite songs.
That's good. That's good. Other activities or sports you do at the high school?
So I don't do any other sports. I'm the president of the Medical Careers Club, and Sam and Sophia are proud members. I'm in DECA. I'm also in NHS.
Okay, perfect. Athlete, that favorite role model athlete?
Tuca on the Bruins.
Oh, Tuca.
Yes.
What number do you wear and why?
Okay, so I'm originally 6, right? And like, but literally any picture on the team, I'll have a different number. Like freshman year I was 9, and then I played a little bit of goalie. So like I think last year my number was like 88, so it changes. But this year my number was 36, and because like 3 + 3 = 6. I don't know. Like.
Good. At least we have an answer.
No.
Yeah.
Somebody who influenced or somebody you'd like to credit getting you to this point?
I think my dad was a very big influence in my career. He played a lot of hockey growing up, and he was like, you know what, why don't you try field hockey? And like he really like helped me out and like got me excited to play.
Okay, what are you going to miss the most?
I'm just going to miss like the team dinners, because like that was when we could all just like debrief and like talk about our problems, and like literally like anyone, like the whole team would support you and like your rant and like at the dinner table. And I'm really going to miss that. Like we have a family, and like I don't know, we have to do reunions. Like.
That's good. And what's the future hold for Gracie?
I'm applying to schools right now. I don't think I'm going to play in college. I hope to major in biochemistry, and I want to hopefully get on the track for pre-med.
Another one who's just a lot smarter than me. Alyssa, you're next. Former teammate or teammate that really helped you or influenced you along the way?
I'm going to say Bella Piazza. She was on the team last year, and she was just always so positive and so nice, even when we were like underclassmen. She's a year older. And she just always had a great attitude about everything. And she just really, I don't know, she inspired me to like, she was just always so happy.
Okay, other activities or things you do with high school?
I just swim. And I'm, it's not funny. I'm in National Honor Society. I'm in DECA. I'm in the mentor program. And I think that's it.
I think you also bring the laughs and the humor to the team.
Oh,
Yes.
Just sitting here.
Definitely.
You always hear comments from her in the
I hear that from that.
I got it from Bella Piazza.
Exactly.
Favorite moment all time?
Maybe the preliminary playoff game we had last year.
Oh, that's a good one.
It was
She saved us.
0-0 the whole game. It went into double overtime. It was still 0-0. So then it went into like a shootout, which is like not unheard of, but it's like pretty rare. And we ended up winning by some grace of God. And like all the students that were in the student section like stormed the field.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was really fun.
That was such a good answer.
People influences or people along the way got you here?
I would say Coach Laura. She's so funny. She was our coach for a few years, but it was her last year, so she didn't help coach this year, but like she just always had a great attitude, so.
Okay, number you wear, I know you have a specific number you might have to wear as a goalie, but number you wear and why?
I wear 99. Well, I started out wearing 16, and then because it was my birthday, like March 16th, and then when I started goalie, I picked 99, just because like for goalie jerseys, they were honestly like slim pickings, so I just picked 99.
Okay, what are you going to miss the most?
Honestly, probably just like practice. I loved going to practice. I was always laughing.
Really? That like shocks me that you're always laughing in practice. That's amazing. I mean, we're going to laugh here the whole show because of Alyssa Stack. Yeah.
Oh, Jim. So yeah, I don't know. I love practice.
And what's the future hold?
I'm applying to schools right now. I don't really know where I'll end up. My top school right now is UConn, but we'll see. I want to major in marketing with maybe a minor in sports management.
Okay.
We'll see.
Sam, you're next on the hot seat. Athlete, former teammate that has
I'm going to say both of my older sisters. They both played, and I just remember going to watch them play, and I was just like in awe, and I was like, I want to be on the team so bad.
Other things you do at the high school?
I'm in DECA, National Honor Society, Medical Careers Club, and I think that's it.
That's it? Okay, favorite moment of all time?
That's a hard one.
That's why I ask it. It's hard, tough questions only on Wildcat
don't
Sports
know.
Empty.
Just all of it. It's just,
Okay.
I can't pick one.
Somebody that influenced you along the way?
Probably I would also say Coach Laura. I just love Coach Laura. She's just, and Coach Leanne. They're both just such good coaches.
Okay, number you wear and why?
I wear number 4. I had a different number every single year. 4 is my lucky number. So freshman year I had 14, then I had 6, and then I had 16, and then this year I finally got 4.
And that's your lucky number?
Yes.
Perfect. What are you going to miss the most about field hockey?
The practices. It's so fun to get to just go somewhere after school and like hanging out with like Alyssa. I just feel like I'm always laughing in practice and I'm always having a good time.
And what's the future hold for Sam?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Don't worry, you're only
I'm applying
16,
to
17, 18
schools right
years
now.
old. I didn't know if I knew what I back in the dark ages.
We'll see where
when
I
was
get
there.
into college.
Perfect. Sophia, you're final one on the hot seat
Yep.
before we do shout outs. Former teammate that you learned from or influenced you?
I'm gonna have to say Nokomis. She graduated 2 years ago, I think. She was always just so happy and cheerful and just like bringing up the team's energy.
Excellent.
So Other
activities you do at the high school? Sports or otherwise?
I don't do any other sports, but I'm in the Medical Careers Club, and sometimes I'm in Garden Club, but I haven't been able to go recently because I work at CARES. But
Because you do work at CARES, that's another thing that you can do.
yeah, well, that's not.
Anybody
high
else
school.
work at CARES? Oh, we got 2
Nancy.
CARES. Anybody else you want to credit influence-wise? Anybody help you?
I'm gonna also have to say Coach Laura. She's just so supportive, and like whenever she's at the games and hear her yelling, it makes me smile. So.
And your favorite moment?
The East Bridgewater game. It was just so exciting. We went into what was it? Double overtime. Yeah, I think Alyssa said that too.
Who was the goalie for that? And you stopped every shot, right?
I let one in.
Okay.
Just one though.
Just one.
And Sophia, number and why?
I'm number 28, and I've been 28 since freshman year, I think. It's my birthday number, and it's like just my favorite number overall, so it's stuck with me.
Excellent answer. What are you going to miss the most?
The games and the team dinners and like the bus rides, just everything with the team is just gonna.
And future for Sofia DiNatale?
I'm still applying to colleges, but I'm planning on going into nursing. I'm not gonna do field hockey. I mean, maybe intramural or club, but
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
We have 3 medical careers people and smart people all over.
Medical Careers
Making
Club,
me-
unite.
Okay, so we're going to start from the back. So Sophia, look straight into the camera over here and give a shout out to anybody you want to give a shout out to.
I want to give a shout out to my mom and my dad, and my siblings.
Okay, Sam, you're up.
I want to give a shout out to my mom, my dad, my sisters, and my goalie, Alyssa Stack.
All right, Alyssa, tough one now to follow that one.
Oh no, I want to give a shout out to my mom and my sister. They've always supported me, and my teammates and my coaches.
Okay, Gracie.
I want to give a shout out to my mom and my dad. Thank you for dealing with me. I want to give a shout out to my sister too for being there for me.
And Abby, final shout out.
And I want to give a shout out to both my parents for always supporting me, my two sisters, Emily and Ashley, for being my best friends, and then my captains last year, Ava and Karina, for being really good examples.
Excellent. I appreciate you guys coming into the show. Thanks a lot. It's great to hear about field hockey, which is a sport that a lot of people in Wilmington don't really understand. So let's see if I get the names right. Well, first names only. We have Abby, we have Gracie, we have Alyssa, we have Sam, and we have Sofia. So those are really great representatives of Wilmington High School. I appreciate that they're coming on. So for Wildcat Sports Update, I'm Jim Boyle, and we'll see you on down the road.
Yes, please.